Hey everybody, I hope you guys are having a good week. As you can see, my voice is very low, so I welcome you. If you're feeling unstable or you're feeling sick, nauseous, or anything, I welcome you in. If you need protecting and grounding and stabilizing, I welcome you in, and knowing that Spirit, I ask you, for anybody who's come in to this reading or watched it and they feel unsafe, please make them feel safe. My protection upon you, my spiritual protection upon you. So this is cinnamon. Cinnamon is great for when you're sick, used for inflammation or to boost your immune system. I like to use cinnamon when I feel energy is very finicky. I like to ground out through this, and you can use this instead of sage or Palo Santo. This is one of the best types of ways to give back or to ground. So with that being said, I welcome you into this reading. So I got to thinking, what does this full moon energy have in store for anybody watching? Now, this may be a general reading. This could be on point, how it resonates when it resonates with you. How is this full moon energy in Aquarius going to be affecting people? So some of you actually have goals in mind, and this is actually going to help you stay in sight. It's victory on the horizon. So if you have been wanting to get something done, I'm being told that if you have put the time and the effort to doing it, you will be victorious. You will be rewarded. So I want to tell you, for the Queen of Wands, you may be having a little bit of a disruption, or you kind of feel like you're not doing enough, and this is actually saying please take some time to yourself, because things may not be amplifying enough for you, and that's because there's just things that need to come to the surface, or they need to be worked out before you can have your manifestations rose. For this, the inner child, I'm hearing some of you, because of this whole Leo season, which Leo is basically the sun child, if that makes any sense. So this Leo season is also going to be very dominant with this moon in Aquarius, this energy. So it's going to be energetically charged. So if you feel like you need to charge and refresh yourself more, or you just feel more worn out, or you feel like the life is being sucked from you, I want to tell you, if you feel worn out more, you need to treat yourself. I apologize. You need to basically treat your worn out energy like you are sick, like physically like you are sick. What do? You take ample rest, you take naps, you drink hot tea, or you eat hot foods, like your comfort foods, soups, drink plenty of fluids, things like that of that nature. When you are sick, rest. Take your rest day and pretend you are sick. I do this. I don't do it enough, but I'm also being told, because Leo season is here, we need to make this the season of us. Cancer season is super emotional. It tends to nurture us. It tends to nurture other people, because Cancer is looked at as the mother figure. So we're very nurturing towards other people versus nurturing towards ourselves. Leo season is very assertive. It's I forward. So with this being said, we're actually being called to step away. Literally, you are being called to step away from other people who have just drained you energetically, or projects who have drained you energetically, and step away from it and just let them go to the back burner, and just let them do you. Do what you need to do, is what I'm being told. So you have a goal in mind, or you may have a wish or a certain thing that you have been working on, project. For one of you that is very hesitant to put your creation out there because of ridicule or how slow sometimes things can be taken off, especially because I'm hearing you may think that your ethnicity or your skin color will actually stop you from getting the job that you want, but you have the qualifications. I'm telling you, go for it. I'm serious, go for it. Put yourself out there. You will not know until you try, and you will be pleasantly surprised that the outcome is actually much more positive than you actually make it out to be. For the Queen of Pentacles reversed, this Tower moment is actually something that hit you mentally before it actually hit you. And the reason it was is because please clarify why this came out the way, like a false marriage. What is up with the false? So at the bottom of my deck was this. It was like false. It gave you nightmares. The situation was just how it was handled. Like, I really feel like this person kept you on pins and needles, if that makes any sense. Like, this person ran all over you, promised you things, and you know, you kind of just bought it. You kind of bought into the illusion, or the essence in which you felt like this person was the one, and they kind of just left you hanging up there. They left you hanging in the mud, or they just left you with trying to figure shit out. I really feel like this with the Page of Wands, this person thought it was a good idea and was like all thought, no action. But I'm also hearing there was a situation in which was brought to light. So this person was like, how do I want to say it? Like, this person seemed like it was catfish. Like, you knew the person, you may have been dating the person, Queen of Wands reversed, or excuse me, Queen of Pentacles reversed. But this person was like good on paper, like a resume. If this person was a resume, they would look super good, but like their references were a bit shaky, or like they had their friends call up. So like this person backed out at the last moment. So it's like they sent you, like, you thought this person was passionate and driven and everything that you wanted, and then it turned out to be the complete opposite. Because I'm hearing like this person could have like been a bum, you know, like used you to basically better themselves, if that makes any sense. Like, it's like going from one position where they got kicked out from sleeping, you know, on someone's couch or having their own shit, and then being a bum on your couch or sleeping in your bed. So basically being the housewife. This person was the housewife and looked good, all this other shit, but didn't tell you, like kept so much from you. So they backed out, or something came to light, and then the wedding was called off. So like, count your blessings, because this was meant to happen for a reason. So don't feel like you got left out in the cold, you got like left hanging, because there's something so much better for you in store. Like, I'm telling you, instead of manifesting so much better, like I'm hearing, go on that trip by yourself, cash in the other ticket, and go on this trip and freaking do what you want to do. Like, don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be afraid to explore the world, because the world is coming for you. So it's like, you may be hurt now, but trust me, like, you will get over this. And you know, I'm also hearing that if you can do it, to cash in, like, you know, your honeymoon, and basically go on vacation, or go on a better vacation, or save up and go do something, or put that money to good use, even though it kind of sucks. I'm hearing go on something like a retreat that gets you more in touch with something that you love most, or you wanted for so much. because I'm just being told, like, you know, someone stole your happiness, or someone stole the life which you think you should have wanted. But count your blessings, because this was a blessing in disguise. I really feel like this was a blessing in disguise. Like, this, someone tried to pull the wool over your eyes, and the universe is like, nope, not her, not this person. So yeah, what you didn't see was the fact the universe was fighting for you to make sure that you were being provided for. That universe, your guides, you were just being like, you know, but I kind of feel like for you this instant, this person was just way too good to be true. And I mean, I kind of feel like some of you just had doubts, but you were like, I just really want to get married. I really want to do this. I really want to do this. So you kind of made the situation in which happened. So like, I really feel like you were under society's pressure, your family's pressure to get married, and maybe this is not something that you actually wanted. So switching gears with the Wheel of Fortune and the World, I feel like right now the world is just opening up more to people. More people are starting to wake up to what they need to do, but it's not fast enough. Like, I feel like there was like a backup plan which was set in motion that has a deeper meaning to it, if that makes any sense. What is this backup plan? What is this backup plan? So there has just been like a fight going on logically. So more people are waking up thanks to this Mercury, this season of Gemini and Mercury retrograde. I really do feel like a part of that has to do with the fact that the eclipses that we just had, what was it, in June, like the start of June, when that started activating, a lot more people started being more communicative and more open to spirit than ever. So we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So right off the bat, more people are being very logical. More people are starting to wake up to these abilities to pull out of the etheric, or their abilities were starting to hit them through messages. So angel numbers coming through, a lot more people started seeing angel numbers or started seeing repeated patterns, so they turned to numerology. A lot of that has to do with what you see on Instagram or you see on Facebook, how people were always talking about things spiritually. So spiritual TikTok or a spiritual Instagram. A lot more people have been drawn into that, and so some of them are kind of like have a wall built up. Some of them just keep denying this. Like, yeah, they keep denying themselves, or they deny their purpose, because I feel like out of a family thing. But a part of that is just like they're curious, but they know that they have to keep that hidden. They have to keep that veiled until they can unveil themselves. You know what I mean? So I really feel like a part of them has to go through this transformation, but it's like a delayed transformation because of the fact that it's like it goes against how they were raised. Fear not, like rejoice in yourself, rejoice in your abilities, because you guys waking up, a lot more people are being interested in the stars and astrology. So some of you are actually like, instead of being very how do I want to say that, more people are being drawn to horoscopes than before. So some of you who are starting to have this like wake up are being like shifted. So I kind of feel like even before, some of you may have been interested in like horoscopes, reading apps, the newspaper, magazines, things like that. So oh yeah, I did want to tell you, like, don't be afraid to be yourself, like your hidden self. I feel like a lot of times that we use spirit as a way to remove any negative parts of us or to express that. And I feel like a lot of times people are left with more answers than they actually may have had. So I really feel like it's like, where do you turn? How do you get started? And a lot of people will say, like, when you start on your spiritual journey, they'll be like, oh, you need to get this, this, and that. And it's just like, you don't have to get it. Like, whoever says you have to get sage or Palo Santo or all this, because it is an endangered species, it is expensive. You can use things around your house, like salt. Like, witches used to use salt, or down south, they used to put salt to remove energy from the house. They would vacuum it up, you know, put it on the window seals, put them on the doors, and then they would leave it there, and they would vacuum it up and throw it in the dustpan. Make sure you do not throw it just outside on grass, because it will kill your grass, or it will kill the ground, okay? It will suck all of it, so make sure it goes into the trash. So some of you are financially starting out. Some of you may be starting a business. So for those who are starting this business, what advice do you have for them, universe? What advice do you have for these individuals trying to start a business? Or maybe even maintain their business? Make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Make sure that your emotions are kept in check. It may be a slow process. You're gonna build, you know, over time. So just be steady about it and hold yourself accountable. Make sure you budget. Make sure that you don't get out of control. And what I'm saying is, don't spend more than you make, or don't just buy things because money is good. One thing, invest it back into your business. I'm also hearing, make sure before you start a business, you actually get your license first. Also, I'm hearing zoning laws. So if some of you are actually trying to put down a part on a lease, I'm going to hear, make sure the zoning laws are good. They're in your favor. But I'm also hearing that some person may try to scam you, and this person is like a developer or an agent or anything like that. They'll try to sell you something that they're masking because they're trying to offload it off their portfolio or off their agenda. So make sure you do research on the business, the location, the town, the area, whatever, zoning laws. Make sure that you plan out and you do your research, because disaster will unfold if you don't. I'm just telling you, there will be nothing good coming out of that, because I'm hearing that if you don't do your research, your pockets may not recover. You might be in a sticky situation where you literally just go out of business before you even go in business. So I'm hearing bankruptcy in that one. So some of you are emotional planners, or making emotional decisions when you should be making sound decisions. So this Aquarius full moon with Leo energy is telling you to step back before you make any decisions that is going to harm your finances, or it's going to harm you. Think before you act, because if you don't and you let bravado, you will just be swept out in the riptide and you will drown at that point. Do you have any last messages for this reading? Any last messages? Any last messages? Remove yourself from any obstacle or anything that is in your way, because you have so much more in store to give yourself and for other people around you. Like, I'm hearing some of you are very empathic, and you generally do want to help other people in not even spiritual topics, but in just life itself, and that's fine and great. But right now, put yourself first, because right now you're being called to pamper yourself. This Queen of Cups is to heal, to open yourself up to possibility and to change, and allow yourself to be balanced. Because I'm hearing, oh, okay, this inner childhood wound, what is coming out? Like, what is being intuitively brought out with this child? I feel like someone has lost something in which they will find again. And so you are recovering, you are finding out about yourself, you were finding out, and you were basically removing these traps and these situations that no longer will be holding you back. These traumas will no longer be holding you back. So with this moon, you will find yourself deep in a deeper understanding of yourself. You will find yourself in a deeper understanding of how your world works and how the universe may work with you. So some of you actually will turn inwards and you will establish yourself in different ways. And I want to tell you, like, don't ever let someone say that, oh, what you were going through is because what your ancestors have put on you, or is because it's karma. Right now, you aren't facing that. Yeah, you could, but right now, it's all about establishing yourself, establishing your legacy, establishing your foundation, because this is the best thing that you could possibly ever do for you, is establishing a healthy relationship with yourself, your inner child, with your actual working self, your over self. So getting in touch with yourself is actually going to create the foundation in which you need to strive for in the future. That this is something you will fall back on, because when you learn yourself, you learn your power, and this in return opens you up to so much more possibility financially. Just be wise about how you invest your time. I know that when you respect yourself, you don't put yourself into situations. So some of you are going to be dealing with people who just try you left and to right until you're ready to be like, I don't want this anymore. I'm going away. Like, if you can't change, then I don't need you in my life. I don't. So you're investing and you're patient. So be patient with yourself. Give yourself, because your intuition is not, it's coming in. For some of you, because Aquarius is very intuitive. I mean, very intuitive, and they're very questions. Like, they ask so much question. They're very communicative. So with this moon coming in, we're gonna start shifting from intuitive feeling emotionally into intuitive thoughts. So some of you are actually gonna hear this passion spark right back into with creativity. So some of you actually may be dealing with an Aquarius or a fire sign, specifically Leo or Sagittarius. I do want to tell you, with this, there's more than meets the eye. So some of you are being called to read the fine print. You are being called to look between the space between spaces and read the line. So some of you actually may be having an offer pop up or a suitor pop up, and this could be new for you. And some of you are just, you know, you're being more reflective. You're being more to the point where you're being more introverted instead of extroverted. And so some of you are actually going to be dealing with a heartbreak situation, or your heart starts opening up because of this inner childhood wound, or this wound in general in which you've held yourself back. You'll be working on this. So intuitively, you will be called to start working on your shadow. Oh, it'd be nice if these cards would stop dropping. So I feel like a lot of the things in which have held you back or you limited, they won't bother you anymore, because conflict is not with others, it's within yourself. So now you won't let yourself be bothered the same way or be triggered by the same things, because when you hold yourself back, you don't allow yourself to enjoy life. You don't allow yourself to be given these. So this is telling you, you cannot give more than you receive. It has to be balanced. It has to be equal. And if people can't give this to you, look, we have the Magician, the King of Cups, and the Page of Wands. And this just lets me know that right now, some of you could be dealing with a BSer, someone who's very manipulative, someone who controls your emotions, or makes you walk on eggshells, or makes you generally feel unsafe, that you're just constantly going back and forth. So this is saying that you no longer need this. You need stability. And you are being asked, stabilize yourself. earthify yourself, ground out, and allow yourself to enjoy the simple things, the pleasures in which you are going through. This King of Wands keeps popping up, the Seven of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Wands. So you could actually be having a passionate affair intuitively. Like, so that just makes me think that with this passion that you're going through, this intuitive like drive, some of you actually will be intuitively like pushed towards a partner. So this King of Wands is like really coming out strong. So for those who are not looking to get into a relationship, this may not be for you, or you will have someone that's going to completely surprise you, is what I feel like. And this is going to be a passionate love affair that just sparks so much creativity and life within you. This adventure is grand that it makes you feel again. It makes you seriously feel again. But just remember, not everything lasts forever. This is not your... This is just someone that, I don't want to say your rebound, but is going to make you, I literally heard, I'll make you forget about your ex. Because right now, what the thought that popped into my head is I heard Doja Cat's You Right featuring The Weeknd. I literally just heard that playing after I said make you forget about your ex. And when The Weeknd was saying like after a couple strokes you'll, you know, forget about him and you'll belong to me or something. So I literally just heard that, like, this person will basically put you to bed, so you don't have time to overthink. You have no clue what's about to hit you. Oof. Just remember to have healthy boundaries, because not everything lasts. Not everything that glitters is gold. So with that being said, Starseed Oracle, what messages do you have for this reading of the moon in Aquarius for the duration of the energy in a moon in Aquarius? Longing for home. Homesick. So some of you, if you can actually go home and see your parents or see your hometown, to do that, not just to be nostalgic, but or even home cooked meals or family meals, some of you are actually going to do that. Or some of you are actually lovesick, is what I'm hearing, is like you're lovesick, or you've been astral traveling to your home and it makes you sad, so it depletes you. So this goes back to what I was saying, like some of you need to treat your day of rest like you're sick. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. It says, breath of the cosmos, my will is thy will, micromanaging. You just need to release and surrender. And this goes back to shadow. So like, accept that what has happened, and you no longer can change it because it's in the past and you don't live in the past, and you will not allow that to manifest in the present or your future. Because when you allow this cycle to continue, this is all you're going to get, is you're going to be the victim of this operational cycle in which you are the aggressor. The courageous peony, multifaceted and unique nature. So this goes back to allowing yourself, for the person that I saw that was like, maybe I shouldn't put my work out there because it's going to take off slow. Just let yourself be seen. Make yourself, for those who are like compassionate and they want to help other people, like make sure you set boundaries so they don't leech off of you. And then do what you got to do. It says energetic, absorbing what is not yours. And I just said that. Have boundaries. Lost lands, soul memories, gifts. You've done this before. We have the light worker, starseed, double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. And then we had activated earth, power line, or power places, ley lines, trust where you're being led. So this is trust your intuition. So some of you actually could be going on trips and you don't know why. And that is just saying that you were meant to be there. The universe has timing for you. So whatever happens, happens. Any last messages for this reading? Any last messages on the energy of the moon in Aquarius? The Starkeeper, cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. And it says, loosen your grip, density, addiction, let God in. So surrender, just surrender to your being. Surrender whatever you think, just surrender. That's all you're being asked to, is surrender to the universe, surrender to God, surrender to the highest, higher, whatever goddess you believe in. What messages do you have in this deck for the energy of what we are dealing with the full moon in Aquarius and now Leo season? What energy? What messages do you have for this energy reading? It says make a commitment. It says Spirit of courage and confidence, I call upon you to lend me your strength and allow me to commit myself, my life, and my divine purpose. Please clearly guide me so I can fully open my heart to every experience. Just dive in. You will not know until you put yourself out there if something is for you, and you'll be pleasantly surprised. Like, some of the best adventures in life is when you're finally releasing the safety cords and removing those guardrails, and you actually live a little bit on the edge. I'm not saying go crazy, but you're being called to so much more than just living in a comfort net. Let go of fear. Says Spirit, please help me feel safe and deserving of your guidance. Thank you for clearing me of heavy, toxic, ego-based thoughts and feelings. What sums up the message of Leo season? What message best sums up what is happening for Leo season? It says you and your loved ones are safe. Dear Spirit, thank you for watching over me and my loved ones. Name specific individuals. Please help me feel safe and secure and at peace, knowing, and fill me with faith so that I may focus on my priorities and enjoy a healthy, happy life. It says you've created this situation. You have the power to change it. Put yourself first. My prayer, thank you for letting me lean on your strength and remind you of my personal power. Please guide me to help manifest and heal according to divine will, creating peace and blessings for everyone involved. It says detach from the situation. Spirit, I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachment or fear out of my life, that I may be centered in my knowingness of peace is everywhere within me and in this situation. So some of you are going to be leaving a situation and it's going to hurt, but trust me, allow yourself to be open enough to know that you have the power to control how you feel and how you heal. Decide to be happy now. Thank you for helping me open my eyes and my heart to happiness, joy, and bliss. I am now willing to see all the goodness in my life. So this is gratitude. And then we have guarded and protected. Thank you for protecting my loved ones and me, ensuring that we are safe and all our needs are met. I accept your help gratefully and gracefully, knowing that it is right for me and others to accept the heavenly insistence. It says, ask Spirit to help you with this situation. Spirit, I thank you for assisting me. Describe my situation. Describe your situation. And it says, please help me be fulfilled with faith and peace at all times. A favorable outcome. It says, thank you for helping with the beautiful outcome of this situation, which is perfect and fair for everyone involved. Thank you, Spirit, for helping me and trust and having faith. And we have, be gentle with yourself. And it says, your home is protected by angels. Spirit, please guide me in treating myself with gentle, nurturing love in everything that I speak, do, and think. Help me know that I deserve this compassion. I release any feelings of guilt into you so that I may experience inner lasting peace, and that home is protected by angels. Spirit, thank you for watching over my home and its inhabitants. I ask you to post guardian angels at each window and each door, ensuring our security. Thank you for guiding my finances so that I can easily afford to pay my rent, mortgage, and taxes. If you do have obsidian, black tourmaline, you have clear quartz, it is programmable. If you don't want to invoke Spirit, you can invoke the rights of your crystals. Make sure you clean them. If you don't, you can put salt bags of salt by the doors, by the entrances, to absorb that, but also to protect your home from any negative energy or negative thoughts, and go from there. For the person I caught that her marriage never happened, what message do you have for this divine feminine? This is lean on God and the angels for support. Dear God and angels, I give you this. Briefly describe the situation now, and completely I step out of the way and allow divine miracles to shine through everyone and everything involved. For those that generally need a strong message, it says, if you are questioning whether or not you open your business, or you turn to spirit, or you do something for yourself and you're questioning it, never question it, because it's a part of your life path. This is your life's purpose. Archangel Michael, Spirit, I ask you, you know the details of my divine purpose, and I ask you to help me be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide my actions so that I'm taking the best way to fully understand and manifest the wonderful, meaningful life that in which I am set to live. Again, we have decide to be happy now. So this was your reading for what you could possibly expect from this full moon in Aquarius, and with the energy in which this month, not just July, but this coming Leo season, or this Leo season in which we are currently in. So I want to say thank you to Spirit. Thank you for giving me the message, and thank you so much. Peace, love, and happiness, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you have any questions in regard to maybe purchasing a reading with me or setting up a booking, my information, my business email, you can reach me on social media. All of that is down in the description below. So thank you. Peace, love, and happiness. Love you guys.